movie, whatever day it is.
Good evening, everybody. This is Robin with another edition of Horror Pop After Midnight, and my guest tonight is filmmaker and writer Scott Hansen, actress Katelynne Newberry, and a mermaid and a demon slayer, Chelsea Lesage. How's it going, guys?
What's up?
Good, hey.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on. I'm looking forward to seeing your indie horror film that you're still filming, Virginia Bitches.
Yeah, it's coming along. It's a process. It's a very daunting movie to attempt for sure. Schedule wise, it's crazy, but we're getting there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because you got the biggest names in metal in this film that's being part of this. That's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, we got some fun names in metal and got some amazing effects people and like a really talented cast as well, all around. So.
Now, Katelynne, you're the lead, and Chelsea, you guys are part of the vampire female metal band, that gets stuck in a little redneck country town full of cannibals and led by a warlock. Katelynne, were you Scott, was Katelynne the main person you wanted for the lead role?
Yeah, we did a bunch of auditioning, and we auditioned for like 6 months, and I had met Katelynne before, and we were just trying people out left and right, and it's just about the chemistry. It's always tough to find. Casting is so hard. I don't care what you say. Like if it's the hardest process, but some great accidents happened and everybody kind of came together, So.
Yeah, Chelsea, tell us about your role in the film.
So Joe is the guitar player in the Virginia Bitches, and she's just super, super fun. She kind of lurks in the background and gives faces at people. She's very judgmental of everyone, but I think she has an undead heart of gold somewhere deep down in there. Yes.
Do the actresses, of course, you got Heidi Shepard from the Butcher Babies, which is pretty badass too. So, do you guys all play instruments and sing in the film?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katelynne's been taking lessons. That's why she's laughing like that. Katelynne's an awesome drummer, but yeah, I mean,
I am, some would say, the best drummer, actually.
Definitely the best drummer.
She's amazing.
Yeah. I'm a musical theater kid, so heavy metal, definitely fun, like transitioning into that for sure.
It's easier for you for sure. Yeah, you got the musical background, definitely.
Oh yes, we're turning this into an opera, though. I heard, right, Scott? Right? Because then it's right.
It'll be in Broadway after this.
Great.
Virginia Bitches, the musical.
I know,
Not
right?
bad
I don't know
idea.
if the world's ready for it.
That would be weird and funny.
It would be pretty great, actually.
Oh, we're ready for it.
So, Katelynne, how much fun is it to play a metal vampire?
I mean, it's honestly a dream come true because I'm a metalhead. And I actually had heard most of the musicians that are involved with the movie. Like, I knew who they were because I follow metal. Like, my brothers are in a metal band. My whole family is into metal. And I'm really into, like, vampire books and, like, vampire movies. So combining the two is just, like, a dream come true for me, quite honestly.
What about you, Chelsea? Have you been in a lot of horror films too?
Yeah, so I have two production companies, and one focuses primarily on horror. You can look up CLS Productions. There's a show called 21st Century Demon Hunter, which begins on and stuff. That's where the Demon Hunter thing comes in. And then got a new movie in the works called Cove, where I play the demon. So fell into it, but that's my life now.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, Scott, let's talk about, the special effects and the creatures, especially the werewolf. Who made that werewolf costume?
Yeah, we got Wayne Anderson, who he worked on The Predator. He worked on Avatar 2. He did like Kate Winslet's Avatar, which is pretty crazy. And he did the teeth for Pennywise in It. So he did all the teeth and the prosthetics for Bill Skarsgård, which is, I just found that out the other day, and I did not even know that. But yeah, he's doing our werewolf, and then we have a minotaur as well, or like a wild man, whatever. So yeah, we got a couple of weird things in there.
Also, you guys are going to be having some awesome weapons that the ladies get to use. So who gets to use the kick-ass Gatling gun?
Oh, I can't really say just yet. We actually filmed that soon, funny enough. I'm sure it'll get passed around to some extent.
So I bet that was...
I know John Wells is playing Rip, and he'll be, that's for his character, but there's going to be so much bloodshed. We're planning for like I think it's like 50 gallons of blood in one scene. It's going to be crazy.
I love that for us.
I don't know how we're going to be. Yeah, when people get blood bombed, it's going to be so cold outside. So it's going to be kind of funny. Should be interesting.
Thanks, Scott.
I'm so excited to be covered in blood, to be blood bombed.
I know.
I'm ecstatic.
It was like 70 all last week, and I know when we film, it's just going to be like 40 or less. So
I'm in it. I'm fine.
It's already like 50 degrees up here in New York. It is freezing.
I bet. Yeah, New York is cold.
Where I'm at, it's pretty freezing here in Ohio too.
Oh God, Ohio's really cold.
Yeah, yeah. It's, if you go outside right now, you're gonna freeze your little ass off. Scott, how'd you come up with the story of Vampire Virginia Bitches?
So yeah, we have another movie called Bad Candy. That's a Halloween movie with Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Zach Galligan from Gremlins. It came out in 2021. And so in that movie, there's a flyer that says, it's in one of the scenes. It's a flyer for the Virginia Bitches playing, and it's like clear as day. So we kind of alluded to it. It was just a concept back then. And then Bad Candy did so well that it opened the door for the next project, and it just kind of flew in to be this movie. So this movie takes place in the same town. It's not really a sequel. It's just like a pass by kind of thing. Same town, but there is a few characters from the first movie and Bad Candy that connect to this movie for sure.
I like how movies do that, where you put the certain characters from movies in all one universe. I kind of like how that connects with Virginia Bitches, and I did really enjoy Bad Candy. I would put it up there with Trick or Treat. A lot of people like Trick or Treat. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was a fun film, but I think Bad Candy was a little bit better.
Well, thank you for that. I mean, Trick or Treat had like 15 million. We had 120,000. So I appreciate that. That's amazing. Yeah, we did our best on Bad Candy, and it went all over the world, but it was mid-pandemic, so we didn't get to go to any of the shows and any of the film festivals. It was all online. It was a weird time, for sure. It was just really weird, but we have 3 movies planned. So after this one, it leads into another movie as well. So
what's the name?
To build a little universe, I guess.
So what's the name of the next movie after your Virginia Bitches?
Oh, so the next one is called How the Night Receives Them, and that has Andrew Devoff from Wishmaster and Miles Doliak from Renfield and Nick Royland, Florida Man. So we shot part of that actually already. So that's it directly connects with this in a bunch of weird ways. So it's just like 3 movies in the same town passing by, and it's just another weird one for sure. So.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty wild. When it also talks about rednecks and cannibals, when you're mentioning it in the film, that had my attention too. How'd you decide to add like crazy cannibals led by a crazy warlock?
We just wanted something weird. I mean, I like serious horror movies, but I love dark comedy. And I mean, if you read this script, it's so batshit crazy. it has to be nowadays. And we were just like, what's the weirdest, what's a lot of fun, and what's super strange, and we kind of went in that direction. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm from Virginia, and Virginia Bitches is the name of the band in the movie, and I hope we can keep that title. I don't know with today's times if distribution is going to change it on me last second, but I hope they keep it. But I don't know. We're kind of going with the flow. We shot about 60% of the film, and we shoot another 8 days coming up next week. But it's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of fun, and it's definitely weird. It's very weird.
Hey, look at that, Chelsea. She's laughing over there. So, Chelsea, how much fun are you having on the set?
We're having the best time, especially shooting overnights. We're just a bunch of silly gooses is really what it is, and it's just all the blood, all the gore, the dark comedy leaning into that. And I think that's absolutely right. You have to make it super weird nowadays, and it's just I feel like we're adding to the weirdness. We're certainly a weird group of people, and it works.
Yeah, there's a dark comedy vibe for sure, but it's not, it's right on the edge of weird dark comedy and straight up out of the box weird.
Got everything.
That's pretty good. This is a question for Katelynne and Chelsea. What's it like working with Heidi Shepard of the Butcher Babies being part of the band?
Heidi's so cool.
She's great.
She's so cool. She's such a kind human being. She's so genuine, and she's so kind, and she's so giving. She's a great scene partner, and she's just a pleasure to be around.
I second all of this entirely.
So, Scott,
I didn't know what to expect. I never met Heidi, and she was just so down to earth and funny. And just kind of weirdo like us, and it kind of worked out because I didn't know what to expect. You never know what to expect. She's on tour with freaking Mudvayne right now in Europe, and we're literally waiting for her to get back so we can keep filming. Which has been another hurdle with shooting a movie like this. Rock people and people on tour, you gotta they go on tours. You gotta shoot around that stuff. It makes it really challenging, but it's definitely worth the wait.
And also, what's it like working with Elisa Whiteglues?
We haven't gotten to that yet. That's coming up. So, yeah, that's coming up soon as well. I can't wait for that. So.
Oh, yeah. When I found out about that, too, I was like, yeah, this is going to be very interesting for the film. I mean, it seems like it's going to be off the hook. So, who's doing the film score? Is it going to be like a metal film score by different metal bands, or are you going to also add a little bit of the eerie, creepy music score to it as well?
Yeah, I've had, I come from a music video background. I've done 1,000 rock, music videos and stuff. So we're going to have a great soundtrack for sure. That's one of the things we were trying to bring back is those older soundtracks where they had 20 good songs, you know what I mean? We have a few original songs as well, which Katelynne will tell you are very interesting to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Katelynne.
Our composer is Chris from Under Oath, the band. Okay. Under Oath. So, yeah, he's composing an original score, which is cool. But, yeah, Under Oath is a big screamo band. They've been around for 15, 20 years, so.
Now, Katelynne, let's talk about the music and the certain original songs you're going to sing. What Scott mentioned. So, how much preparation did it take you to, get ready to, sing?
So I'm not singing. I'm the drummer, actually.
Really? I kept on thinking you were the lead singer. Okay.
No. Heidi is.
Okay.
Heidi's the lead singer, and I'm the drummer. And I had a couple weeks of drum lessons before we started filming. I had somebody training me because I had never played the drums before.
What about you, Chelsea? How much preparation?
Yeah, I grew up playing wood bands. I was a band geek, marching band. I played guitar for forever, but never in a metal band. I'm like a Joni Mitchell type person. I love metal music too, but I'd never played it. So it's really fun transitioning getting into that. Oh my God, the amount of energy that goes into it. And I think that like the four of us have really just made it work. You know, learning new versions of these instruments that we're playing and stuff. It's fun.
It was kind of cool to see everybody get on stage, and like Heidi rules, obviously.
Yeah.
Heidi grabs the mic and it's just like a crazy energy that you can't teach. Like, but it's cool to see everybody fall in and like follow her lead, because Heidi just like, there's a couple shots where she just takes it and you're like, whoa, you know, it's pretty amazing to see her transition right away.
I bet she probably still. I bet she makes Katelynne and Chelsea look like $1 million while they're on stage together too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then we have Marie, played by Alexandra. She's playing bass, but she's doing good too. So yeah, she's in there as the fourth piece, basically. And then we got a band manager named Jerry, played by Gus, who's pretty hilarious. So.
He's like the comedy heat of the band, right?
Yeah, he's the backbone. He's been around for a long time, and we just shot an amazing Civil War scene with him, you know, without giving away too much, but it was super bloody, and we killed like 20 people. It was pretty amazing. So yeah, he's kind of rolling that into it too. So.
Wow, that's going to be wild. Yeah, I saw a little teaser clip of the Civil War. I like how you added that, you know, not spoiling anything too, you know, the start of the film, the whole Civil War. I mean, that's pretty neat, you know, getting the supernatural, you know, like during the Civil War, you know, taking care of business.
Yeah, I love vampire stories, and, you know, there's so many good ones, and, you know, to keep it fresh and new and in today's age, we're playing with, I'm from Virginia, so like I'm a big history buff, you know, massive history buff. And being in Georgia, you're in the South, and, you know, like that kind of thing is pretty huge down here. But Atlanta just has a huge, I mean, this is like the mecca of making film too, is being in this area. So it kind of all marries it together. It makes it easier, I think.
Yeah, Georgia films a lot too. Also here in Ohio, they do a lot of filmmaking in Ohio. There's a lot of indie horror filmed in here in Ohio. We get a lot of indie horror filmmakers. Everywhere in Ohio, there's always an indie horror film being made.
I love it.
Actually, where I started my career was in horror in Ohio, Cleveland specifically.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, a ton of indie horror.
So how many? Okay, since we're all horror fans, okay, what got you into horror? What was that thing that really got your fascination to, you know, like horror films and getting into like indie horror?
I think for me.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Katelynne.
You go first, Scott, because I feel like you're way more into horror than I am.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm all over the place, but I think my parents got me into it, especially my dad. Big fan of Evil Dead and Army of Darkness, and I can quote. I have like 3 Army of Darkness posters in my house for some reason at different areas of the floors, and I just can quote that movie. And I love the dark comedy vibes of things, but then my mom was a huge Aliens fan, which got me into James Cameron and, you know, that route of things. And she was like really dark. My mom was into like the crazy shit. I feel like when my dad was more in the comedy. So I got like a good mix, you know. Yeah, I watch so many movies nowadays. So.
Oh, I watch a lot of horror and a lot of movies too, because I cover a lot of film festivals and conventions. Yeah. So I'm constantly watching different stuff, and I'm always having filmmakers sending me screeners. I mean, I can't watch them all, and they're hitting me. It's like, have you seen my film yet? That's like, I can't see everything, man. You got to give me a break, you know. But yeah, I've been watching, tons of horror as well. The one horror film that really got me into horror was the original Phantasm with Angus Grimm, who played the tall man. And he freaked the living shit out of me when I was a little kid, when he had that deep voice like, "Hey boy," like that, and I'm like, shit. Okay, Katelynne, what about you?
I have younger brothers, the ones that are in the metal band, and I think when we were kids, I think that to pass the time, because I'm from Buffalo originally, it's very cold there in the winters. So to pass the winters, we used to sit around and watch scary movies together. And I think the movies that really got me into horror were like It and Pet Sematary. My parents don't really watch horror, but my mom got me into the Rocky Horror Picture Show when I was like 7. That was the first time I watched it. I didn't understand it. So that's I think where I got into like dark comedy. But making indie horror films, I started in Cleveland because that's like all they make. Independent filmmakers there. That's a majority of what's being made out there is indie horror. It's been covered in blood, and it's been very like in the middle of winter, and it's very, very cold there.
I bet, yeah. I totally agree with you. There's a lot of indie horror filmed in Cleveland, also in Columbus and Cincinnati. Those are like the 3 big major cities, that film a lot of indie horror. Indiana's real famous for a lot of indie horror too. So, yeah. Okay, Chelsea, what got you into being a demon slayer and getting into the world of horror?
A demon hunter? No. I mean, like, I slay demons too. It's fine. Stephen King, of course, huge influence as a child. I'm still kind of terrified that Sissy Spacek's going to be covered in pig's blood in my closet. Like, even in my 30s, I'm still afraid of that. So Carrie was a big one. My mom loves the Lost Boys, so there we go with vampires and stuff. And I just auditioned for something that wasn't necessarily a horror thing. And one of the guys behind the table was like, "You remind me of my protagonist in my novel that's coming out. It's a horror novel." And then the TV show that was a horror TV show with the demon hunting spun out of that. And the rest is history. But I love horror. I don't really watch very much else anymore. Not a problem.
No, it's not. So since you're a demon hunter, I bet you get to have fun playing with all kinds of weaponry too. Are you a master in any of the demon hunting weaponry?
I'm a master at faking it. Sure. I'm certified in stage combat, but that's like with Shakespeare and stuff. I don't know how to use a gun, but I fake it. All we can do. Better with a pitchfork than with a gun. That's all I can say.
There you go.
Also, Katelynne, you're going to be in a Clint Eastwood movie too. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I actually just wrapped it on Monday. Monday was my last day. I can't say a ton. Just that I worked with him. It was an incredible experience. He's very, very humble. The crew was incredible. The cast is incredible. And it was a really incredible opportunity.
So did you learn a lot from Clint on the set?
The set is that team has done so many movies together because it's a lot of the crew that's worked on, like the DP has been working for, one of the cinematographers has been working with him for the past 30 years. So it's definitely, and the producers have worked with him forever. So it's definitely a very well-oiled machine. He's 1 or 2 takes and then you move on. So you got to know your shit.
Oh, you better because he's an icon, right?
Oh my God, he is an icon. He's an icon, and he is so nice. When I rapped, he held my hand and he was like, "Thank you for being in my movie," and I was like,
"Wow,
thank you for letting me be here."
Wow,
he's just very humble, and it was a cool experience. I'm glad that I got to be involved.
Now, let's go back to Virginia Bitches, and I'm going to ask you, Katelynne and Chelsea. You guys are playing, vampires. So, how much preparation did it take you to really get into full vampire mode? I mean, to really make that character lifelike.
You mean the prosthetics and stuff, or like in the internal getting into it as an actor?
Getting in, besides the prosthetics, I'm talking about getting into an actor. Was there like some type of psychological type of preparation you did, and were you able to turn it on and off after each take?
I feel like Katelynne, you're more violent thus far, so I guess more of a question.
Well,
for you.
Okay, yeah, that's true, and that's funny because I was going to be like, well, I most of Morgan is me. Like, I bring a lot of myself to the character, but Morgan is also very violent. So I'm not sure what that says about me. But no, like I a lot of times when I prepare a character, I find a lot of the similarities between myself and the character, and then a lot of the rest of it is me just making shit up, making up different memories for the character, to make them well-rounded and understand the relationships with other people and whatever. The violence, I guess. I am a little bit.
Katelynne is not a violent person. I can attest to that. I love her so much. But, yeah, I think that Katelynne's absolutely right that like tying in as much as you can of who you actually as a person is really, it kind of makes the a little more seamless into becoming a vampirist. Yes, but it's just been so much fun, just to dive right into it. Absolutely.
So how much fun? How much?
Character.
So how much fun you guys can be on the set killing cannibals?
Getting there. We're getting there. There's a lot of kills coming up soon. Yeah.
Is there going to be since there's going to be a lot of blood, since they're going to be poured in blood, is there going to be a lot of like brutal, insane kills as well?
Oh yeah, I mean definitely. We already got some good ones, but I mean, we got like a 13-foot werewolf, coming, and a minotaur, and there's a couple crazy kills in that scene, and then the Gatling gun, and yeah, I mean we're definitely trying to push some limits for sure on some of the kills. But there's some good chemistry though. I will say with the cast, there's some crazy chemistry, with the whole group. It's a lot of people in the cast.
Yeah.
It's challenging from our side, but when you see it all come together and the one-liners hitting off and they're all interacting, it's pretty cool to see it alive. And then people bounce off each other, which is always fun to see. And they kind of feed off each other's personalities.
That's good. When you're working with a great cast like that, you should be able to play off each other and feel each other and have that great chemistry to make it work. If you don't have that, it's not going to be good.
I agree. Yeah, that's the hard part, is finding that. And we got another character he plays Dylan by Gavin Wilde, and he's from the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, he plays young Danny McBride, and he was in Black Phone, and he brings this kind of boyish charm to everything. That's a lot of fun. And then you got Gus, who's playing Jerry, and he has the manager vibe, the dad vibe, I guess, or whatever, and weird dad, whatever. But it's interesting having everybody, going from page to screen. Kind of fun to see.
The six of us, I feel like, are so different too. You got Jules, and then Gus and Dylan. We're all so different. It somehow works, I think. It's been great.
All right, one more last question for all three of you guys. Okay, when you guys are not acting and from the camera and all that, do you guys have that geek passion you like? That certain passion you like to do?
I do Shakespeare and play the clarinet. I think that's as geeky as you can get.
You know something? You do look like a band geek.
Thank you so much. I am. Yes. So there you go. That's mine.
What about you, Katelynne? Do you have any geek passions?
I like to go to metal shows, and I like to play video games.
Okay. What about you, Scott?
Yeah, I draw a lot. I come from a comic book background. It's kind of what I went to school for, so I draw a lot. And then I have koi ponds. So I got giant koi in my backyard. And it's just something that keeps me off the computer and outside, It's kind of fun.
Since you're a big comic nerd, I'm a comic nerd too. What book are you reading right now?
I'm reading the new Thanos comics, actually. There's a new Thanos run. Not by Starling, but it's another writer, but I started reading Thanos. It's he gets resurrected or something, and he comes back. So I just started that series, And then I was reading some old Pitt.
I love Pitt. Pitt's good.
Yeah, by Dale Keown. I was rereading some of those, and I feel like that could be a movie. That's a great series. That's not a movie.
It would be a great series. One of the books I'm reading is by Todd McFarlane. I'm reading Gunslinger Spawn. Gunslinger Spawn kicks ass.
I love anything Spawn. Spawn's. I can't wait for that to come back out and be a thing. It's taken forever to make this Spawn movie, especially if you're a Todd McFarlane fan.
I know, he's been teasing that for quite some time. He needs to quit making those action figures and get that movie going.
I don't know what's going on. It's just taking a while, and I thought he was going to make it like 5 years ago, and then he was at Comic-Con. I was like, oh, it's coming out. And then they got Jamie Foxx, and I don't know.
Also, another comic I checked out, this is weird. Everybody knows Frank Castle's the Punisher, right? So they brought a first issue where Frank just like disappears. Now they got a new guy who's the Punisher now. It's a trip.
You gotta check that out.
Yeah, issue 1 just came out, so I read it. It's pretty interesting, but I don't know if I can get behind the new Punisher. I still like Frank Castle. I want to see I want to see like a bloody, violent, off the wall Punisher film. I'm not talking about the Thomas Jane one or the other one. I want to see just a straight bloody out Punisher movie.
Oh yeah, I like the one they had in Netflix. I can't his name, the Walking Dead guy.
Yeah,
he was great, but I mean, they kind of. I don't know if they're bringing him back or not. But he was so good. I forget his name. That guy was great.
Yeah, he that's John Berthenol. He was pretty good. I mean, he was a badass Shane in The Walking Dead too, but I thought he was a better Frank Castle. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
So once you guys get the film done and shot, are you guys going to start in the festivals? Is it going to the streaming, or is it going to go to the theaters?
Yeah, we're hoping for a theater release. That remains to be seen. I guess it just depends on timing and factors. I know we're aiming for close to Halloween in 2024 for a release, somewhere around there. I know we're going to hit a lot of festivals for sure, and I know Days of the Dead reached out to us about doing like a little panel in Vegas and also in Atlanta. And so I'm sure we'll be at Horror Hound, and we'll be making a run at Texas Frightmare, and we'll be all over the place because we got a Bad Candy Halloween book coming out as well. And so we're kind of like, just trying to expose people to that little universe we got going on, That'd
be pretty good. Cool. I'll be at Days of the Dead in Atlanta myself because I know George and Audrey. I'll tell you another festival you need to submit to. It's really good. It's real big too. Is you guys need to do Nightmares Film Festival in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'll write that down. I like Ohio.
Yeah, it's every October, and it's real big. It's at the Gateway Film Center, which is one of the Sundance Film Festival's theaters, one of the top theaters in the United States. And cool. And it's like a 4-day event, and they get everybody from around the world, United States, bringing all the best indie shorts and indie horror films. It's a blast. It's like... you feel like a big family. So you should really check out... all you guys really should check out Nightmares Film Festival.
Yeah, I already made the joke. I was like, Katelynne, Chelsea, Alex, you guys better get some photos ready, and we'll be at Walking Days of the Dead, and they'll be selling photos and shit and selfies. It's gonna happen.
Oh, it is. Yeah. When I see you guys there, we're gonna get a group photo.
Yeah. We're
gonna get a group. Damn it! It's gonna happen, and I hope you guys do Horror Hound too. Horror Hound's another great film festival. That's in Cincinnati too, but that's a real good one too. I love Horror Hound.
Yeah. I've heard of that. I've never been, but I've had a lot of friends go there, and I can't wait to check it out.
And you know what I want? I want a Virginia Bitches metal T-shirt. Damn it!
Yeah. Scott, I want one too.
I know. We got to
wear it every day.
Scott, you need to make the T-shirts for the band members, and you gotta send me one so I can sport that shit. And they'll be like, "Who's Virginia Bitches?" And I'll be like, "They're the best metal band in the world."
I will.
Yeah, we are.
We are.
And they'll
They're like Kitty. They're like Kitty 2023, you know?
Oh, Kitty doesn't have nothing on the Virginia bitches. Come on now.
I like that. That works. That works. Yeah.
Kitty who? So where can everybody find you on social media to see what you guys are doing next?
I'm at Scott Hansen Film and Digital Thunderdome. We have a Virginia Bitches Facebook page as well, and we're all over the place. You can always look us up, contact us. Yeah, we're always around.
And you can. And you, Chelsea, where can everybody find you? You're a big social media influencer, so yeah.
What?
You're a big social media influencer.
Oh God. Secondary revenue stream. Chelsea.Lesage on Instagram, and that's chelsealesage.com. Always doing cool shit, I think. Yeah.
And you, Katelynne?
Instagram on Katelynne. It's Katelynne Newberry. I don't have a website, so don't look me up on that, I guess.
Oh, don't worry, we will. We'll find that website if it's out there. Maybe
it's non-existent. I removed it.
Oh, really? So is it on the dark web? No, I'm just kidding.
It might be. It might be now.
You guys, thank you so much for coming on. It was a blast.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
And everybody, thank you for listening to Horror Pop After Midnight.